Hello everybody, what is going on? Jimmy here, back with another video, and I know we've made a ton of Nintendo Switch Pro videos, but this one really came to me today, and I thought to myself, what a better video to make. I couldn't think of one, so I decided we're going to make this video about the Switch Pro today. So, everybody, if you did not know, the Nintendo Switch Pro is a heavily rumored console to be coming out from Nintendo, and a lot of people think that we will for sure be seeing it this year, but what if we're not seeing it this year? Because there's two ways Nintendo could go about this, and I want to talk about them both today, and I want to hear it in the comment section down below what you all think. You think we're seeing it this year, or do you think we're seeing it next year? What do you think about this? I want to hear it down below. So let's get started why we could see it this year, and then I'm going to tell you all why we couldn't see it this year. And they're both pretty much the same thing, so let's get started. Why we could see it this year is the fact that Nintendo has been radio silent, and they have not said that they're not releasing a console this year. Before, blatantly in the past, they have stated that they will not be releasing a console during certain years and during certain physical periods, and that was not the case this year. So that points to a lot of evidence of them doing things, especially the radio silence, the lack of communication we've seen this year, the lack of games in some instances. I mean, I know we just got Monster Hunter Rise, so this is kind of a bad example to say right now, but overall throughout the year, we've not really had that many games. We've had this one, and we've had a couple of other big games for Switch, but really not that many compared to other years. Definitely better than 2020, though, which just literally had Animal Crossing for like the first half of the year, minus a couple of different things there. But yeah, I'd say this is better than that. But ultimately, the fact that they've been completely silent could be on the side of, us seeing it this year. And on the opposing side could be the same reason. We've heard absolutely nothing about it. Would Nintendo want to release a console they've yet to hype people up about? You may say, oh no, then this is proof we're not going to get it this year, but think about it, okay, everybody? They want to encourage people to buy all these Monster Hunter Rise versions of the Switch. They don't want to discourage people from buying these custom versions of it, from buying the Switch in general. They see it's flying off the shelves. You think that they're going to sit there and tell everybody, oh no, we're going to stop making it? That would just be a horrible decision to make, everybody, and I could see why Nintendo would decide not to do something like that. It makes a lot of sense if that's the route they're going with this all. But truthfully speaking, if you want to know my bet, I'm going to say that we see it early 2022, because I also think that they're probably going to have a hard time getting parts to make things right now. If you have an Analog Pocket, then if you pre-ordered it, then you just got a notification a couple of days ago that they will now be shipping October. This was very disappointing to me. I was very, very excited to look at it on this channel, but unfortunately now it seems like we won't be looking at it till October, which is definitely a bummer for me, but I can just tell based on the way stuff's going that Nintendo would have an absolutely horrible time trying to get parts for this thing if they were going to make it this year, and that's why I truthfully think that we probably will not be seeing it this year. But another thing that could prove that the Switch Pro is coming out next year is look at the fact that Pokemon Legends Arceus is coming out at such a weird time, the beginning of the year of 2022. That sounds like a time Nintendo would launch a console. That does not sound like a time that they would usually release a game, talking about Game Freak. It just really doesn't make a lot of sense, and it gets me wondering what's going on with that situation. It really makes no sense. It really makes no sense at all about that year, but honestly, I don't 100% know. Well, none of us 100% know, but I'd love to hear in the comment section, what do you all think? You think we're still seeing it this year? Do you think we're seeing it next year? Do you think that this has anything to do with the shortages? Do you think that could affect the production of a Switch Pro coming this year? Or do you think this is all outlandish and we're just going to get a next generation Switch? I don't know. Which way you flip the coin, which way you roll the dice, there's no guarantees here, and that's the fun thing about speculation. That's what I love to speculate. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop me a like, comment, maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, Jimmy out of here.